Compassion, the quiet strength that transforms lives. In a world that often moves at high speed, compassion remains one of the most powerful and transformative human qualities. It is more than kindness. More than sympathy. Compassion is the conscious decision to understand another person's suffering and take action to ease it. At its core, compassion is love in motion. What is compassion? Compassion comes from the Latin word compati, meaning, to suffer with. It is the ability to recognize pain, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, and respond with care rather than judgment. Unlike sympathy, which may simply acknowledge someone's hardship, compassion moves a person to act. It bridges the gap between feeling and doing. For example, seeing someone struggling and offering help. Listening deeply without interrupting or dismissing. Forgiving instead of retaliating. Giving time, resources, or encouragement when it is needed most. Compassion turns empathy into meaningful action. Why compassion matters? 1. It strengthens relationships. Compassion builds trust. When people feel understood rather than criticized, they open up. Families, friendships, workplaces, and communities all thrive when compassion becomes the foundation of interaction. 2. It improves emotional well-being. Research consistently shows that compassionate individuals experience lower stress levels and greater life satisfaction. Helping others activates areas of the brain linked to happiness and fulfillment. 3. It reduces conflict. Many disagreements escalate because of misunderstanding. Compassion shifts the focus from winning an argument to understanding the other person's perspective. 4. It builds strong communities. Societies that prioritize compassion through charity, justice, and mutual support tend to be more stable and resilient in times of crisis. Compassion in spiritual and philosophical traditions. Across cultures and beliefs, compassion is seen as a central virtue. In Christianity, compassion is exemplified in the life and teachings of Jesus Christ, who consistently responded to suffering with mercy and healing. In Buddhism, compassion, karu, is a foundational principle taught by Gautama Buddha, emphasizing the importance of relieving the suffering of all beings. In Islam, compassion is deeply rooted in the understanding of God as Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, and is reflected in the character of Muhammad. Though expressed differently, these traditions agree, compassion is essential to human flourishing. Barriers to compassion. Despite its value, compassion can be difficult to practice. Busyness, we move too quickly to notice others' struggles. Judgment, we assume people deserve their suffering. Fear, we avoid involvement to protect ourselves. Emotional fatigue, constant exposure to distress can make us numb. Recognizing these barriers is the first step toward overcoming them. How to cultivate compassion. Compassion is not just a personality trait, it is a skill that can be developed. 1. Practice active listening. Give full attention. Avoid interrupting. Validate emotions without immediately offering solutions. 2. Pause before reacting. When upset, ask, what might this person be going through? 3. Perform small acts of kindness. Simple gestures, smiling, encouraging words, checking in on someone create ripple effects. 4. Develop self-compassion. We cannot pour from an empty cup. Treating ourselves with patience and forgiveness allows us to extend the same to others. Compassion and leadership. Great leaders are not remembered only for intelligence or power but for compassion. Compassionate leadership fosters loyalty, innovation, and resilience. Employees who feel understood perform better and remain more engaged. In business, education, healthcare, and governance, compassion is not weakness, it is strategic strength. The ripple effect of compassion. One compassionate act can change the direction of a day. Repeated over time, it can change a life. And multiplied across communities, it can transform the world. Compassion does not require wealth, status, or special training. It requires awareness, courage, and a willingness to care. In the end, compassion reminds us of a simple truth: we are deeply connected. When we choose compassion, we choose to strengthen that connection, and in doing so, we elevate humanity itself. Compassion is not loud. It is steady. It is patient. And it is powerful.